And by the way, if you want another good book on that, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse has two fantastic books about how this kind of money has really affected our political system.
Well, good. Maybe we'll try to get him on here to talk
He's
about it as
great.
well. So, one of the characteristics that comes through in your book is that in this country we have different liberal, progressive organizations fighting for their interests. There are people who are concerned about the judiciary, others about labor, others about the environment. Whereas what you describe is a kind of unified field theory of
Yeah.
organizations all working together, these conservative groups, to the same ends, each applying, putting pedal to the metal on the accelerator about the courts, regulatory agencies that would enforce rules on clean water, toxic dumping, and all in a sense an underlying idea that while profits are private, costs of enforcement and regulations are shifted onto the public. Is there a unified field theory, or has it just kind of come together organically and said, hey, we all have this in common?
Yeah, thank you for that. There's definitely a unified field theory. I don't have the quote in front of me, but Charles Koch wrote in one of his books that I read, so you don't have to. But he said, I often think, he was talking about his corporation, but he does politics the same way. He says, I often think of what we do as stonemasonry. The skilled mason selects a stone and places it, and then places the next stone and the next stone to make a structure that is mutually reinforcing, right? So think about that. That is what they've done. They have groups, the Federalist Society to shape the law in the courts. They have their political investing to knock out all of those moderate Republicans that still existed, into the early 2000s, gone because of the pincers action of agitating the base and having the donors put in the dark money that they were able to after Citizens United. All these the think tanks that come up with the ideas, the state policy network affiliates that move the agenda in state legislature. I could go on, but it is very much an integrated operation with the division of labor